Talk to me a little bit about the joining of you two, because as I understand it, Keanu, you sign on, or you're at least attached to it. And as I said, Francis is a first-time director. He's trying to kind of get in on this, and it was a bit of a long road. You were talking to the studio
Francis, you
for a
have a
while.
story about that.
It was a very long road. Actually, in my office over here, I have framed. I was gifted at the end of the movie, but there's a cocktail napkin from a hotel in I think Sydney, Australia, when Irwin, who's still my manager but used to work with Keanu, and the executive at Warner's at the time, had gone to go meet with Keanu and had a list of directors to pitch. Um, but basically, I spent about 9 months trying to get this job, and first I had to convince the exec at Warner Brothers to sort of like past that hurdle that I could do it, that I'm responsible, all of that, that I have a vision. I had to meet with all the producers. There's a million of them, including Akiva. I passed all of that. The last speed bump was going to be Keanu. And Keanu had said, like, I'm open, but no music video, guys. And I was like, oh, shit. Right.
So I watched some
Um,
music videos.
They're really
Yes.
good music
So, but
videos, I
but
will
anyway,
say.
it's like it's great. I have my name. I'm like one of I think 8 people on this list on a cocktail napkin that got pitched to Keanu. But anyway, Keanu luckily was willing to meet me. So he came in from Sydney, having just finished the Matrix sequels, and came in and sat down. And I filled this boardroom at the company where I did music videos, this boardroom of like this presentation I had built out that had my ideal cast and like images of how I wanted it to look and images of locations and illustrations of certain shots like Constantine and Hell and all I like basically had the whole movie mapped out. And we spent about 4 hours that day, and then we met, I think, at the Chateau Marmont like a few days later, and had another like 4 or 5 hour meeting. And I think we just sort of understood one another and understood each other's kind of point of view on the character and the world and the story and all of that. And we got along, and so it's just luckily Keanu approved the vision and the approach and our connection. But yeah,
Yeah.
So
he was the last hurdle. I had made it so far, and then he was like, no music video, guys.
So, Keanu, what are you like? You've obviously worked with heavyweights that have amazing story careers behind them. You've also worked with first-time filmmakers. What are you feeling out in that meeting? You're seeing the vision, but is it also kind of a vibe check? Like, what happened there? What happens generally to earn your trust from a first-time filmmaker?
Um, yeah, I was walking into that room in the presentation and meeting this fine young man. And so I thought, since I didn't know him, it was just starting with the presentation and the vision, Francis had for the film, which I was like, yeah. Um, and and yeah, and just speaking sense of humor, intelligence, the way he views the world, or actually not the world, but filmmaking and storytelling and what this script needed and was looking to do, what his take on the film would be, and um, so yeah. So I guess to answer your question, it's just what's the director's vision? How do they
Right.
imagine the film? And can I be a part of that? Am I a good piece for that?